3.
You live, baby.
Did I press? Okay, yeah, I did.
I think you need to bring yourself in a little more.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, now we talking.
Welcome, welcome, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Entangled Thots podcast.
Podcast.
The podcast where we ain't got no hoes, but we do think out loud.
Yes, sir.
Today, I'm here with my favorite person in the world, my co-host.
You already know who it is. It's your boy.
Seddie.
Why you gotta say that? Damn, bro. I like that little whispering. It's your boy, Seddie Love.
Yo.
Laying it down on the 101. You already know. Entangled Thots podcast.
Well, yeah, bro, I think we need to start bringing alcohol to these podcasts.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like drinking would make it even more like we have yet to do a single podcast drunk.
You know what? That's fair. But let's wait to celebrate once we find out what this new job talking about, dog.
Oh, how was? Yeah, we gonna get into it. How was your week?
Bro, okay, so like I told y'all like on the last podcast last week, like, I had these fellowships whatever at this Ford dealership and everything. And I go in there, I'm there at like 8:30. They don't open till 9. And so I was
We
like,
love the punctuality.
dude, I was already proud of myself. So I'm like, damn, I'm here way earlier than what I needed to be. It's going to be a good ass day. I probably waited around for like an hour after they open, not an hour, but I'm gonna say like 30 minutes after they open. And the guy that I was going there to really talk to, he's like, I gotta introduce you to somebody. And so he has me walk over to this other table, and he's like, well, just wait there. He'll come talk to you in a bit. And so one of the managers comes and like talks to me, and he's like, look, man, have you put in an application yet? Because while you're here, like, you need to go ahead and put this shit in. And I was like, oh. All right. I mean, no, I haven't. So, what do I got to do? He's like, all right, cool. Follow me. Takes me to the computer, put in that application. Took me maybe like 5 minutes because I'd already put one in like originally, but I just kind of fine tuned it a bit, updated it. And then next thing I know, basically he's like, all right, cool. Come on back with me once you're done. I go back, talk to him for a little bit, and he's like, all right, cool. You seem like a really good guy. Let me bring you around to the big guy, like the head of the building, I want to call him. And I walk in there, muscular, like huge built Mexican dude. I'm like scared, dog. Like I'm shivering. So I'm like, dude, this is the fucking big guy. Like he runs this shit. If I make one wrong move, I am out of here.
Okay.
And so, like, I'm sitting there, I'm a little intimidated, I'm shaking a little bit, I got my little bit of caffeine in my body, just trying to keep the energy flowing, trying to keep the positivity going. And I'm just like open-minded as whatever. Like, I'm just like, look here, bro. Like, I am willing to meld myself for you. Like, I literally want this job so bad, I'm willing to do anything. I was even like,
Pause, nigga.
I had to get rid of the.
What if he just stood on his desk like, you better suck this strong?
I would have fucking dipped.
You said you was gonna do anything.
Look, dog, I didn't mean like that, alright? But anyway,
he suck this strong dick. Yeah, just like how bad you want this job.
I got rid of the nail polish, and like that kind of hurt me a little bit. But I was like, I gotta look professional. And then I was almost to the point of taking out the nose piercing when I was like, what if they're actually okay with it? Because I don't want to lose my nose piercing. Like this, I have a hole in my nose for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I just pull this bitch out and it's just bleeding the whole rest of the day? It looks like shit.
Is that a thing?
I don't fucking know. I don't know how that fucking works. I just know that I already had it pierced. I wasted money on it. Why would I want to take that out? But anyway, like I talked to the guy and he's like, all right, cool. So you've been in ROTC. You seem like a pretty serious guy. You're pretty open-minded, and I feel like you're willing to really like withstand this job. So we're gonna pay you $2,000 a month for 3 months to learn.
Yo,
I was like, huh?
Get that bread, get that head, then leave.
Peace out. But no, I was shook. And he was just like, yeah, man, we're going to partner you up with somebody, and you're going to literally spend these next 3 months learning. And if you start pulling ahead, then we'll let you start doing stuff on your own. But until those 3 months are over, you're not doing anything on your own, and you are here to learn. And don't you forget that. And I was like, all right, yes, sir. He's like, all right, cool. So I go back and talk to the original manager, and he's like, all right, cool. I just need you to fill out this little form right here.
Excuse
You
me.
have to go take your drug test and everything. And once you get your results back, call me, or like once we get your results back, we'll call you, something like that. I don't know how that works, but yeah, dog. I walked out of there at like 1 or so, and was just like, yo, this shit really just happened. And so like I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a little nervous, bro. Like I really am, cause like
Don't be nervous, man.
dog, I'm so nervous. Like this
You
is a whole like
you you are on the path to becoming a high value man. You're already you're see, guys, this is what we live for. This is what we teach people on the podcast, how to curve hoes, how to become the best version of yourself. This is what we live for.
yo, dog, and it's crazy. I've been on some real red pill shit lately. I'll be honest with you. I've literally been sitting over here at my current job, just flirting with bitches back to back, like really just kind of like feeling myself, like feeling that full on confidence that there's this little shawty in New York that I've been messing around with lately. And bro, she brings like the dominance out of me. Like she brings that shit out, and she doesn't even have to try for it.
You,
Um,
you know what? I was listening to the Fresh and Fit podcast, and
yeah.
the number one my number one source of red pill philosophy as far as things, and they were talking with some of these whores, and they were basically they think that when girls were like, oh, whenever girls give the narrative like, oh, I'm only submissive to the right man.
Yeah.
And then the Fresh and Fit podcast, like, that sounds fucking retarded. That's fucking stupid. You know how stupid that you sound right now. They say it exactly like that.
What?
Yeah. So you know how stupid that sounds. And you're like, and like, obviously they're girl, like they're women, and like you can't today 2021, you can't call a woman stupid, or they're gonna put that, how dare you, and like, so then he uses this analogy.
Yeah.
I can't remember the analogy word for word, but I remember the core of it. They were like, okay, let's say you go out to a club, right?
All
And
right.
you're with your girls, you're with your boys, you're turning up, and you see a guy inside the club. This is from a girl's perspective. Keep that in mind. You see a
right.
guy in the club. He was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I love your entire fucking outfit. Your shoes are to die for." And then like the whole time, like he's just giving off that kind of vibe. So then he was like, "Hey, well, how would you feel if me and you go out on a date sometime?" What are you going to say to him? No, nope. Because it's like she was like, well, obviously for obvious reasons, like, but then he hits you with one of these, like, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. I'm dominant for the right woman.
Yo. Yo.
So basically, that analogy is to say that there is no in between of like or no leniency when it comes to being dominant or being submissive within a relationship.
Yeah. That's nuts, dude. Um, it's kind of wild right now. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'll tell you, I met this shawty that's actually in town the other day, and like she hasn't hit me up like since yesterday, and I'm already on the vibes of, all right, cool. So you don't fuck with me, it's whatever. But like, yo, the energy she was putting down when I first met her, bro, I, dog, I, no comment. Um, and then like,
I'm like an edge away from going back to demon time. Like just being a fucking savage, breaking these girls' hearts and breaking their fucking backs. Like, I have no fucking remorse for your goddamn feelings. I only want to smash and fuck big. Thank you. Next.
it's definitely demon time for me right now. Only for the pure fact of like I'm getting this like inner confidence, and I'm kind of sick of just laying back and letting shit happen.
Oh no, I
So
just
like,
crave emotional attention.
oh, see, that's tough. I used to be that way. Don't get me wrong, like there's definitely some attention that I definitely need in my life, but like I don't crave it as much as I used to. I'm actually starting to be okay with being like on my own almost. And like I've been definitely needing to like depend on myself a little bit more. So me getting this job, like once like I get the like the okay, the yes, then like that's what I'm focusing on. and I'm focusing on bringing up my family from like our current situation. And along with that, I already told you I definitely want to support you, my boy, because like we rocking this shit till the end, even if I can't come to these fucking podcasts. Um, but for sure, like I just like look, if you want to be a ride or die, then like let me know. But like if you're just really here just to fuck around for a second and then dip, then
Let me know.
let me know.
Because it's like, who do you think, in a scenario, who do you think catches feelings faster? The guy who just wants to fuck and just like keep it as that, so he like the guy fucking and not catching feelings, or the girl just trying to fuck and not catch feelings? Who do you think is catching feelings first?
Damn dog, that's a hard ass answer for me. It's either I don't know, man. I kind of want to
I think
definitely
it's the girls.
it definitely it's the
Not
girls.
eight,
Once they
7 times out of 10 it's the girls.
I feel like it's the girls because like once they get it, they're like fuck. I said I didn't want to catch feelings. I caught feelings.
You know how it starts off, right?
I've been in that situation
You
too,
know how
so I
it
can't even
starts
talk
off.
shit.
Y'all start off fucking. The sex be so great that she like, I gotta have this shit again. Like it changed her whole fucking perspective about it. She went into this situationship thinking, I don't want anything to come out of this. Like I just want to fuck. I'm not looking for a relationship. Then after you give her the dick, you know what? Where you going?
Justin Timberlake, Mila Kunis. You already know the movie. You know the movie.
She's like,
Have you
where
seen
you
it?
going? I'm like, I'm going home. Like, you're not going home.
You've seen Friends
You
with
live
Benefits,
here
right?
now.
You've seen Friends with Benefits, right?
I've not.
Dude, that movie is fire. And the shit is funny all the way through. And so basically, Friends with Benefits is this movie about like these two people halfway across the world from each other, like, you know, across the United States, whatever. And so this guy gets his job offer or whatnot. And he meets this girl because like basically he broke up with his girlfriend before he moved away, and then like she broke up with her boyfriend or whatever, or they got broken up with, I should say. They got broken up with. And they were just kind of like, fuck it at this point, like what are we doing now? And so Mila Kunis ends up getting Justin Timberlake this new job or whatever, and they like end up like kind of mutually agreeing to let's just fuck. And so the entire movie, like the whole beginning of it, there's just schmanging, as you would say. Like it's just back and forth, back and forth. They refuse to call any of their dates, and like you can see
They call them hangouts.
you can yeah, exactly. You can see the energy like vibing within them like the more the movie goes on. And then some stupid shit breaks out or whatever, and so, you know, it gets that whole like sad climax part or whatnot. And then they end up together at the end. They end up you know, like they even went to go see the parents, and you know, Justin Timberlake's parents were like, "Oh my god, like this girl is so pretty, she's so beautiful," like, you know.
We're going to get into something that, like, what your statement just brought me up to, made me think of. Like, give me a second. All right, guys. We'll be right back. I'm tired of seasonal bitches.
Bro, I literally said that last night to somebody, and I don't remember who I was fucking talking to, but oh my god.
You know what I
dog.
mean by
I
seasonal
know
bitch.
exactly what the fuck you mean, bro.
For those who are uneducated, you know what? I think we should have like a short segment every episode of like vocabulary that most people aren't acquainted with. So for the uninitiated, a seasonal bitch is a girl or guy that you're talking to that only sticks around for the season. Like you always have the summer flings, the fall
What is it? It's like fat guy fall,
bad guy fall.
hot, what is it?
No, thick boy fall.
Is thick boy fall?
Thick boy fall. That sounds better.
Okay.
Thick
What is
boy
it?
fall.
Then it's like winter's dickings. It's what is the spring, dude? What is the spring saying?
I don't know. We'll think about it later.
Spring into them cheeks.
Spring into the cheeks.
And then it's of course hot boy / hot girl summer, or cold boy winter.
And
whatever you wanna call it.
it lasts for like a 2 to 3 month period, depending on when you meet them. And like for that period, like yo, you think you like this girl, and then something always go down.
Some bullshit.
Some
always
bullshit
go
always
down.
go down, and like you're like, oh, well that's she was the season's draft pick.
Dog, you know, and it's so funny because over like the last like ever since I broke up with my toxic ass ex girlfriend back in like 2019, Every season is a new bitch that just either does me wrong or misunderstands me.
I don't think that hasn't been true for me, but like I can say
I
every
mean,
every season they're like I'll get like a batch of girls in my rotation, and usually me and my maximum I juggle like 3 or 4 girls at a time.
that was me during the spring season. 'Cause, that was my birthday time. I was drinking and shit, bro. I gained like 4 bodies in less than a month.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
I was hoeing around a little bit.
Let me not, let me
This is
stop.
my whole this is my whole year, just a little bit.
I'll at my maximum hourly, I'll do like 2 or 3 bodies a week.
Yeah, no, that's not healthy. Look, I
I got
consider
I got demons I need to fuck away. Okay, like let me.
a few bodies within a month, or should I say within a year, because they're the only bodies I've added this year. Like, and not even trying to get on that whole conversation of, oh, how many bodies do you have? No, I don't really care about that. It's just like, it's super strange that like
I can't
people
track.
people will come to you all at the same time and then disperse in whichever direction they want to go.
Yeah, so like that's why like it's said in red pill philosophy for a guy for a single guy, it's imperative for you to have like a rotation that you could easily switch out. You need to be juggling at least 2 or 3 girls at a time. Now for me,
I ain't juggling shit.
I can't take no more than 3. That's a fucking headache. Imagine you juggling 4 girls every week. No, four girls at a time. That's like 4 periods every week.
I can do that. Look, I'm just waiting for someone to be loyal to me. I'm waiting for someone to not like make any dumb excuses, because like I don't think I told you this, Miles, but like me and my like ex broke up and everything, and like it's a super misunderstood relationship. I feel like at this point, and like like I'm not gonna go into the whole argument thing or anything else like that. It was just like a lot of dumb shit that led up to our like breakup.
Well, you gotta, like Chance the Rapper said, you gotta turn your L's into lessons. All right,
Respectfully.
all right. So we're gonna get into some of these topics. I got a lot. So
Yeah, throw them on me.
how do I tell her that I lost feelings?
How do you tell her that you lost feelings?
This is a conversation that came across on TikTok, where a guy was on the TikTok.
Oh, I know what you're talking
The guy
about
was on the
now.
TikTok stage. She was caked up with his girl, and it had a little text speech, and it was like, "How do I tell her that I lost feelings?" And it opened up a whole slew of stitches, and like some of them were felt very valid because like for a guy, when it comes to telling the girl that he's in a relationship that he's lost feelings for her, it feels kind of nasty. It feels like it's going against our moral compass, because like the last thing I think a genuine guy wants is to hurt or break somebody's feelings and cause them a great amount of grief.
Yeah, I don't know. That depends, because I've gotten to this point in my life where it's like, fuck it, start breaking up with people before they break your heart. Because like that shit's not cool, dog. Like you can see the red flags, like we had this conversation last week. You can definitely see some red flags, and then you let them break up with you. You knew the shit you were getting yourself into. Just dip while you can. Dip while you can. Don't hurt yourself.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because a lot of people. Okay, this goes back into my line of like cheating and what's acceptable. For example, you're dating a girl and she goes behind your back and sleeps with another guy.
Yeah.
Off rip, she probably got to catch the hands. I can't front with it. That's disrespectful, and that's disrespectful on multiple levels. But I need to know why you did it.
Yeah.
The reason why is imperative for you, for me at least, because as somebody who has cheated before in the past, I understand it could have came from a place of vulnerability. It could have came from a place of the actions that I've been taking have caused you to feel lonely, so you felt like you needed to nestle under somebody else's birch in order for you to feel safe. I get that. And if that so be the case, we could talk about it, we could work it out, and hopefully we could probably get past this. But if you were just doing it because you lacked feelings for this relationship and you just don't care for me as a person, then that is the line of disrespect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know, man. It's just a really strange situation for everything. I really got to say that.
So as far as losing feelings for somebody,
It can definitely happen.
I I think you gotta rip the band-aid off because there's no easy way for you to do. Girls do it without no problem, and I don't know how.
Because they some assholes sometimes.
Nah, I think they're like figuratively and literally they built different. They can handle those shit and like I well, not even that. I think if you think about it genetically, girls are genetically like encoded. There we go. That's a good word. I like that. Genetically encoded to search for the strongest, most wealthiest, most bountiful offspring. So that's probably why it's so easy for them to hop off one guy and go to the next because they're in the search of that compatibility.
Okay, that's fair. See, I just kind of put up with shit until like I definitely feel like okay, this should be done. You know what I mean? But like otherwise, like I don't know. Like I don't know. I think it's a level of comfortability. It really just depends on your own like self morals. But I feel like if you for sure have lost feelings, don't lead that shit on because you're just fucking it up for yourself and the other person.
So how you telling her? How you letting her know?
How am I letting her know? Fuck, dog. Honestly, I would. I don't know, man. That's a hard ass question because like I'm normally not one to lose feelings. Like if I find something in you and until you really prove to me that you're like on some fuck shit, then I'm not gonna break up with you. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of like an instance where I've just finally been like, all right, cool. Like this isn't it. Um, I would just probably tell her just straight up. Like I would meet her face to face, look her in the eyes and everything, and just tell her how I felt.
So I agree with that. Let me break down from an ethics standpoint, and then I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. First of all, we live in a 21st
First
century.
of all,
We live in a 21st century, and for a lot of younger guys, their first instinct is, oh, I should tell her over text. That way, I won't have to see her reaction,
you're
and
an
I won't
asshole.
and I won't have to feel the pain of her agony. Listen, have you ever? I've done that, and I've thought about that before. Let me tell you why that's not the most effective way. Because, like, she's going to be on demon time after you do that. In worst case scenario, it could possibly lead to you getting fucked up, like, by her brothers, by her friends. Because, niggas out here are just waiting to be Captain Save a Ho. Um, so I wouldn't recommend that. What I when it, as far as it comes to the death of a relationship, I think things are always best done in person. Meet them somewhere open, somewhere where if somebody were to lash out, there's plenty of eyes to be seen on that situation. So somewhere open, somewhere where a lot of people can be. Um, like a coffee shop would probably be ideal. Bring her in, list the reasons why you are unhappy. Let her rebuttal, converse about it. Converse about like you might need to get deep into your feelings bags, and then obviously like whatever the conversation steers off for there. If you based off her reactions and based off how that conversation going, if you still are 100% like yeah can't do this anymore, then like hey it's best for us to leave this where it is and it's not going to progress any further. I love you. It's not me just but I just don't think we have a future of growth together.
Okay. Now Here's a question for you. Do you think closure matters?
I do. I 100% do.
Oh man, I want to rant so bad.
Um, story time. When I was dating, who the was she my the second love of my life. When I was dating her, I she had that exact same instance. She brought me to a I don't know I brought her somewhere open because I felt like I was getting a dark energy from her. We talked about it. We conversed. We had makeup sex. Makeup sex saved that relationship. towards the end. It
Yeah.
saved. It saved. It
Birthday
prolonged.
say,
It prolonged
birthday.
its inevitability, and I
Hey,
think
bro, do more
fucking.
fucking. You know
Bro,
what? I think that really sold me last week. So you know what? Now that I think about it, every bitch that hasn't like, I'm sorry, excuse my language. Every girl, every female that hasn't let me in their guts, and we're in a relationship, they have found a way to fuck it up. But like, I feel like any girl that has like let me hit it, minus that one toxic ass relationship I've been in, it's all mostly ended on decent notes.
do more fucking.
Do more fucking. Honestly, you guys, if you feel like you need to break up with this person, dog, just
You
let
just do more fucking.
dude, just clap the cheeks one time, and you're gonna be right back in love, dog.
You gotta give her the good strokes. I'm talking about before sex. You gotta do the.
It feels like the first time. That's really what you hit him with.
You gotta do the Goku stretch where he over here bending the legs and shit. Like
Hold
you.
on.
You gotta get the warm up going.
Perfect fit, dog.
What the fuck are we talking about?
But no, okay, but no.
Closure.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
All right, but no, a little bit of were you still going?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So like, yeah, she eventually like, hey, so I can't do this anymore. This, that, and the third. And I was like, well, why do you feel like that? She's like, I don't gotta tell you why. I was like, but we spent like
So much time together.
X amount of months. I've put resources into this relationship that I can't get back. I.e. time. I.e. effort. I.e. like I can't get any of those things back.
And you know
What the
what?
fuck do you mean?
I have another question for you once we're done with this little bit of story time.
So like she gave me a little bit, and then like she said something that I still think about to this day. I texted her out of the blue. I was drunk as fuck one night, and I was like, hey. I basically said, hey, we need to talk about this. Like, I don't think this is right. I still love you. This, that, and the third. I was being a bitch. And she was like, oh, my bad. That was disgusting. She was like, you don't need closure from me. Closure comes from within. And, like, I shouldn't be the one to give you something that you don't need. And, like, she just came off with, a bitch attitude about it, which didn't
Triggered you. Bro, okay, dude. I'm in that boat right now, actually, believe it or not.
God damn, we have 14 minutes already?
Go on ahead and cut it, start the next clip.
Okay. Yep, there we go. I'm here. We are the back.
All right, so yeah, want me to give you my little tidbit on story time?
Let's go.
All right, dog. So about 2, 3, maybe 4 nights ago, broke up with my ex and everything.
The other one?
Yeah. The one I was like, you remember the one I was telling you about? The chick from Cali? The little thickie from Cali?
Oh, so you broke up with both of them?
No, it was just her.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Anyway, that kind of got on my nerves a bit because it's over a video game. All right, so
Was she like, oh, you play the game more than you talk to
no,
me?
no. It was I'll admit that like whenever I'm focused on something, she didn't give me a lot of attention at times. And so I would focus on other things because like why am I going to depend on someone giving me attention? And like I asked her to like, hey, like can we like talk a little bit more? And she was giving up a lot of essential things to like talk to me, and I'm like, dude, don't do that. Like you got a whole future ahead of you, right? And
What do you mean essential things?
like I'm saying like this chick wouldn't shower just to talk to me, which is a little strange.
I get it.
But
I
not
do.
worth it. But it's not worth it.
But like that's like some high schooler, middle schooler type shit.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna continue. I like wanted to like basically tell her like like thank you for that, and we like broke up on a mutual standpoint. But I felt
you
like
better than me.
But I felt like I didn't get enough closure and everything, and so I texted her last night. I was like, it's really strange that I see you around a lot more now. Like you don't seem as busy. And she told me like, oh, I get on like, every so often, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, all right. And I just kind of like left it at that. And she's like, don't be upset with me. And I was like, I'm not upset with you. Like I was calm literally the entire conversation last night. I was calm, and she was turning it into an argument.
You know what that
And
reminds me of? You ever
what?
see that animated cartoon where it's like this dude, he like call like the girl calls him, it's like, hey, can I come over? He's like, yeah, sure, yeah, no problem. She was like, but it is a problem. He's like, no, it's whatever. And then, like they just go back and forth. And she starts getting mad. He say, female. I say,
Dog. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It took me a minute to like process what you were talking about, but no, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah, yeah.
But like it just bothered me because the longer it went on, like I was literally just trying to explain to her, like, hey, look, this is just how I was feeling about things, and like I'm just calm the entire time. This is how I feel about things. Um, I just want you to know this is how I feel, basically. And she was like, well, you're invalidating my feelings. Like, you're getting all upset at me and everything. Like, you're just sitting here arguing and bickering
Is
to
she
me.
used to confrontation?
Probably not. Probably not. And from what I know, she's always like, oh, like she's so like insecure about herself, which is like normal, you know. But like when it comes to like all of her exes and stuff, like apparently like she's like so caring and does this and that. But like it got down to this point last night where like I was just finally like, screw it, I'm just gonna spill all the rest of my emotions and just leave it alone. And she's like, can we just stop talking because like this is getting pointless. I was like, and I was like,
Ooh.
oh,
Ooh. Mm.
oh, pointless.
Mm.
Pointless. And that's when I got the attitude. That's when I got really upset and pissed off. Because you don't tell me that what I'm talking about is pointless, because that's invalidating my feelings. I never once told you that you were pointless or anything you had to say was pointless. Anything that you told me the other night, it was all on just like, okay, cool, like, I get it. I never once said, oh, you're, like, invalidated. I don't want to hear what you have to say. Never said anything like that. And she took it as that when I'm just telling her how I felt about the situation.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. She has some kind of form of past trauma, and
That's what I thought.
she's taking the she's relapsing, and she's taking it out on you. Because that's what I've noticed a lot. Sometimes when girls get defensive like that, and they have no real reason for them to get defensive, it's due to past trauma.
And that's what's so crazy is that like we were talking and everything, and like she's already turned it into an argument at this point. Cause I'm pissed off. You just told me that what I said was pointless. And then she's like, I'm
And
sitting
that's
over
where
here,
you fucked up.
dude. And yeah, that is where I fucked up a little bit. But no, like she's like starting to get like even more and more upset because like she just thinks that I'm not listening to anything she's saying when I'm taking it all in. Like I'm actually talking to you about this. I'm not yelling at you yet. And shoot, dude, you threw me off what I was about to say.
I've never yelled at a girl. Now that I think
I've
about
yelled
it.
I've yelled at a girl once, and
Except for Demon Time.
that's because they push me to my limit. I don't yell at anybody unless they push me to my very limit.
I've
And I've only been there once out of
segue.
so many girls.
Segue. But continue your story.
But basically like conversation goes on, and I'm just upset because she just called everything pointless when I was literally just opening up to you about my feelings. And it really got to me, because we were doing this shit over text instead of her just talking to me or calling me or something. It would have been a lot more elaborated. And so I basically was just like, screw it, and I just spilled the rest of my emotions out and then just kind of like dipped. And of course she hasn't responded or anything to anything else I had to say, because at this point she's invalidated me and didn't want to sit and listen, and it's kind of annoying, really annoying. And then when I talked to her and said, hey, look, I really just came to you for closure, like I didn't mean for this to turn into an argument, and she just hits me with I don't owe you any kind of closure, and I don't even think I want closure, like I don't care about all that, like basically just a big fuck you to my face, because closure is a big thing for me, bro. Like if you don't give me like a good like ending season, then it's just like you're just found a way into like the bad side of the people on my list.
Okay. Now, before I say this, I want everybody to keep in mind that the dating scene that we currently exist in was created by the modern day female. Now, with that being said, I guess this could come off manipulating. This might be for the astrological bitches out there. This might be my Scorpio peeping out.
Oh shit.
But like,
The Scorpio.
yeah. So for example, I think a good way to test those emotions for me, like as a guy, you're not supposed to get emotional because the moment you show that emotional vulnerability, it shows weakness. And a lot of time nowadays, people can or try to take advantage of your emotional weakness. So the best thing to do is not to show any emotion outwardly towards that. So the correct response from you would have been like, okay, oh, you should be like, all right, whatever. Hung up the phone, stop texting her, stop replying, and let that bitch just concoct inside her mind. Cause you know how female mind works. Oh, he's
Yeah.
not responding. What the fuck is he doing? He's clearly online. I don't like this.
And it annoys me so much
And
because
they
like,
start PMOing.
oh my god, that is so loud. But no, like it annoys the hell out of me because like deep, like it's stupid. A lot of like my closest friends, they like kind of like are like praising, like I'm not gonna say praising me, but like they're kind of like blessed that there's a guy with emotions and feelings in their, in their like side. You know what I mean? Like by their side. And so it's absolutely irritating and nuts that whenever it comes to me dating somebody, that my emotions have to be pushed away. I can't be emotional at all. And I've noticed that over the years. More and more and more, if I let in any kind of emotion, then I'm just fucking myself every time.
And then that also doubles back to our conversation on a couple episodes ago, where we were talking about dealing with rejection.
Yeah.
And the best, if you want, all right. So Young Don has this video series
Yeah.
called basically talking about how he fell in love with his high school girlfriend and how he lost her and got her back. And at the end, go check out the three. It's a 3-story series. The stories are probably like 10 minutes each. Fantastic, fantastic script writing by Young Don the Sauce God. I still quote some of these stories to this day. But
Obviously.
but in the story, the roundabout of the moral was like the only logical response. You can't get a girl back that you love, but she has to come back on of her own volition. And the only logical response when something like that happens is for you to pull back further than she's already pulled. Be emotionless, be devoid, and focus on you. And sooner or later, she's going to see the glow. She's going to see the light. And then she's going to want to try to fuck with the boy again. At that time, it's going to either be a shit test or it's going to be genuine. But you have to be able to discern that with your own feelings.
You know what? That's fair. But that's kind of like why I also really want this job and everything, dog. Because, like I said, there's not a lot going on outside of work. And I'm sick of kind of going home and, like, being sad about shit. Like, complaining about shit. Why am I sitting here complaining when I can fix the situation I'm in? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and keep just thinking, oh, why am I alone? Why am I single? No, fuck that. I'm definitely going to get this bag. And then whoever wants to join me for the ride can definitely join me for the ride.
I feel that. I feel that. I've been in a state similarly because this is the Sugarland dumping me. The whole thing like it's
Why did your voice change like that, dog? Are you okay? You were talking. You were talking normally. You got the voice going, and then he's like dumping me.
but
Sugarland,
Sugarland,
come back,
you can blame it all over me.
baby, come back.
Down there.
You can blame it all on me.
But no, like her dumping me is caused me to look very much, give myself a very much internal look, and like okay, now this is gonna come off sus as fuck, but there are a plethora of nice looking young men everywhere around the world, and I'm just one individual person. How do I stand out from all these young men? How do I be somebody of a very affluent nature? How do I quell attention and how do I retain it? All these things are like constantly circling around my mind as far as like the dating sphere and as like personal like I feel like dating is the ultimate key for you to be the best self that you could be because
Sure.
because a lot of stuff where are we on time? Okay, we have like 4 minutes left. A lot of stuff doing the courting process, it causes you one to force develop yourself. okay, for example, you see a baddie at school. She's only into buff guys. So you know what the typical ideal is like. All right, gotta go to the gyms. Gotta start getting buffs. Gotta start lifting weights. Gotta become the best version of myself that I can be. Because once she sees that, I'm gonna be somebody that fits in her lane of travel, and I can work my way into the door from there.
Yeah.
So like it forces self development, which I think is good. It forces you to look at for guys, which is apparently the what's the word? The stereotype is that guys don't like really focus on our emotions. So it's good for relationships like that to like make us look inward about like how do we feel about this girl? How does this girl make us feel? How do we like just like stuff like that, stuff about our emotions. It forces us to become emotionally intelligent. Um, and what's something else?
I'm definitely not gonna drain myself for somebody though. That's
Oh,
just I'm
I
done
think
with
I
that
think
shit.
I think a little level of like a short relationship of drainage is necessary, especially for you to figure out what you don't want from a woman.
You know what? Yeah. I've definitely had way too many draining emotional situations, and like we just had this conversation, but like I think I should definitely like I'm not saying like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be lifeless, you know what I mean? No, like of course
I
I'm gonna
might
have some
be
sort of
shit.
emotion, but like I'm not gonna show it as often as I do now because I've realized every time that I want to be emotional with somebody, when I want to give that amount of myself to somebody, they just take it as, oh, you're weak, throwing that shit away.
That's why like I'm so much on the fence of just like killing all my emotions towards women, just like killing them completely.
I
And
don't think it's being weak though. I think it's just being strong-minded, and then females don't really look at it like that. They just kind of see, oh, he has emotions. Ew, gross. I want like
why
a
do you think
strong
that
buff man.
is?
Shit, dude. I don't
Hold
even
up,
fucking know.
we gonna get into that.
Yeah,
Give us
that's
a
a
second.
bag.
Okay. Why do you think women look at emotions with such disdain from men?
I don't know, cuz it's very confusing for me to figure that out because, a lot of girls are like complaining like, "Oh my god, he doesn't show any emotion. Why doesn't he notice me?" and shit like that. But then y'all stick around with them. And it's so weird because whenever there is a guy that has, shown his emotions to you, has wanted to be there for you, that understands you, it's just such a like turn off for you. And I don't get that. I don't understand.
Like to as in every aspect of life, there must be a key core balance between. I think I do agree with the well, I don't agree with it, but like I understand it. There we go. That's
Yeah.
better. That's a better way to say it. Um, how modern day women will are repulsed by a man that shows too much emotions because in today's dating field that can be seen as being gay, like oh he shows like a sign of like oh he might be a little gay if he shows too much emotions, if like he talks about his feelings 24/7, that's a female trait.
But dog, I was raised by nothing but a single female. I
Same.
was raised to have emotions and take care of people and share what I have with others. So that's something that can't really like always be turned off, you know what I mean? Like
I understand that
I
because
didn't have a
I was the
father
same.
figure.
I grew up in a house of all sisters and a woman.
Yeah, dude. I had mom, my older sister, my aunt, my grandmother. Shit, dude. Most of them like only one man I can really say has always been in my life, and that's probably like my uncle, and he's a really cool ass dude. And then my grandfather, he kind of was just in and out at the time. He's in for sure now, but still, he kind of dealing with his own life.
I feel like I wouldn't say learn because I'm still in the process of learning, but like
We're young, we're always gonna be learning.
yeah, I feel like as far as like the qualities of a man that certain women find attractive, I've had to learn through via trial and error. Okay, this girl didn't like this. All right, let's try the next girl that I'm gonna get. Let's try doing it like this. Oh, this worked better than that. All right, and then like seeing the success rate of certain things, certain trends that I do, and seeing them pan out and seeing them play out and seeing how the girls respond to them. That's how I learn. Like, all right, for example, the whole thing with Sugarland, the little takeaway that I got. All right, one, let's talk about our emotions less when we're in a relationship, and let's be dominant more. Because like growing up, looking for a woman Women don't want a submissive man. They want a man to take. Women look for leaders. They look for providers, caretakers. There we go. They don't want somebody to be subservient or weaker than them.
Okay, but what do emotions have to do with, your strength and everything else?
Because that goes back to, I don't know if you remember, I don't know what episode this was when we talked about this, but like it goes back to that thing that we were talking about, that the balance between men and women, how like the man's role for centuries has been to be the protector, provider, the caretaker, the head of the household. But when the woman's job was to be the emotional, the caregiver, and be basically in her feelings and be the caretaker of the household.
Okay.
So like it's more like letting the woman handle those emotions and letting the man spearhead the problems.
Damn, dog. Okay, see, I didn't think about it like that. That's wild.
I be in my head a lot. Let's just say that.
You be in your head a lot, dog? You?
Yeah. Okay, so this one's big.
All right, lay it on me.
How do you feel about people that are not of the black ethnicity saying the word nigga?
How do I feel? I don't know, man. I don't even. Who invented that word?
So I have an answer for that. So the
Alright.
word originated in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't. I could not tell y'all which African dialect. Actually, Nubian, I think. So the word is negus. It's spelled Negus.
Like, isn't that video of that like little boy at the like the what is it? He's at the it's like a spelling bee, and he's sitting there, he's sweating, and they're like negus, and he's sitting there like sweating. He's like, "Can you repeat the word?" And they're like negus, and he's like, "Can you like give me like?" He just keeps going down the list. He's like, "Put it in a sentence." Can you put in another sentence? And
It
then,
means king, black royalty.
oh,
And
sheesh.
um, it was a word that was originated in Africa. So when the colonizers came and they took us from our family, obviously they heard us. Why are you taking our niggas away? And then obviously since the colonies were just getting built, I feel like that's where the tradition of being a Yankee is. I think of Yankee and I think of like a New York accent because it has a lot of swang in it, and it's very southern yet ghetto.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the Yankees got the word nigga. And then, like, obviously, the word has been perverted through the years. Has been used as a term to keep us oppressed.
Yeah.
A word to keep us oppressed. So now we use it as a term of endearment. Like I called a seatbelt a nigga earlier today. Like it's that's just what it is. But now in the common day, we have to deal with these type of conversations. Like, ooh, who can say the word nigga? And like, so as far as that goes, I don't really give a fuck who says the word. At the at the end of the day, it's another word in the vocabulary that just so happens to point to black people. But I do care about how it's used.
Yeah, for sure. If it's used in a negative manner, then that's just a definite no-no.
And
And
that's
we
for
can tell. We can tell off bat when you're using that shit in a negative manner.
but that comes from that's for anybody. For example, I have this story of long story short, I was messing with this shorty.
With the shorty. Oh, is this the one you're talking? Oh no,
Yeah,
no, Miles, no.
I was messing with this shorty, and it was like I was trying to fuck, like, and I was probably like 18. I was trying to,
I'm trying to, but
and like so she I remember she just left a quinceañera, And I
Mhm.
was like, "Hey, so what's up? What you doing right now? What you got planned?" And then she like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything." And I was like, "Oh, you should let me come through. Let's go get something to eat. It's late at night. I don't know if you ate yet." She's like, "Oh no, I haven't ate. All right, say less, baby girl. I'm on the way.
Say less, baby girl.
Send me the
Are you lost, baby girl?
send me the addy."
Myself.
So she sends me the addy to this Hispanic club at Westheimer.
All
Ghetto,
right. Yeah.
ghetto.
Ghetto. Send me the Addy. I'm in the Jackie.
So then pulled up and I picked her up, and then her phone just starts blowing up. Like it started with a text, then consecutive texts, 20 consecutive messages, right, one right after the other, the other, and then her phone starts dialing, starts blowing up, bling 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 bling. I'm like, so shorty, you not about to get that? She's like, no, no, it's okay. Like it's just my ex. He's tripping right now. Okay.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
So I'm like, all right, whatever.
Remove your exes, dog. It's a red flag.
Let's keep going to this McDonald's. Phone still blowing up. Bling, 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 bling. By now, it's been a consecutive 8 minutes of this phone just ringing. And she hasn't picked up the phone once.
Not once.
Not once. So I got the McDonald's. We got
Got
the
the
food.
Mickey D's. Got the.
And we're at
bag.
we're in the drive-through trying to leave, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna just answer it. Answer the phone. Hello. Yes, I'm with somebody. I'm with a friend right now. Okay. I'm on the way back. All right, bye. What was that? It was like, can we go back to the West Collar? He tripping. He's going to take me home. I was like, okay, cool. I don't got no problem with that. All right. Scrape back. We're in the parking lot of this place. Me and her just having eclectic conversation. Yeah, using those big SAT words for you guys.
Shut your ass up. No one cares about the SAT.
So,
Is that even a thing anymore still?
yeah.
Is it actually?
Yes, people still use SAT, niggas. Niggas?
Negus?
Niggas?
It's negus.
So
The
we're-
word is negus.
So we're in the car, and dude comes by. Now, my car is like this. It's facing parallel. He pulls up adjacent to the front of my car. And I was like, okay. He didn't have to do that, but whatever. Gets out of the car, gets out of his truck, slams the door, and she gets out of the car all worried and shit. She's like, what the fuck are you doing? And you're like, get your ass in the car. I know he not talking to her. He must got me fucked up.
Bitch, you got me fucked up.
So she gets in the car, and he gets in my car, slams the door. So who the fuck are you, nigga? Now keep in mind he's Hispanic. So I don't like the way he said that.
Yeah.
So like the real nigga that I am. Hi, I'm Miles Carter. Pleasure to meet you.
This nigga.
And he was like, so what are you to her? I was like, oh, the guy that's about to be piping her fucking throat. What the fuck do you think I am?
Did you actually tell him that?
Hell yeah, I told that nigga that. The fuck? You don't call me no nigga. That's how mad I was. And he was like, oh, so you think you're funny? I'm fucking hilarious. Call me Kevin Hart, goddammit. And it was like, so like, okay, you think you're funny? I got something for you. Goes in his car, comes back, and like he pulls out his gun. Gun wasn't loaded. So he was like, yeah, talk that shit now, nigga. You don't know who I'm fucking with, nigga. I'm part of the cartel, bitch. Now, why would you say that? You just a dumb motherfucker, aren't you? Your parents didn't love you. Is that why you here? Why you don't love me, man?
This is actually the conversation. This is how it went.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So like, oh, you think you funny, huh? Gets his phone. Calls up his homeboy. Bling, 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 bling.
And he's sitting in your car doing this shit?
Yes.
What a dumbass, dude. I would have just kicked his ass out, grabbed the girl, and dipped. Fuck what he has to say. I don't know why she's scared of this little bitch.
Puts the conversation on speaker.
Oh my lord. This is some dumb shit, dog.
He
Why?
His homeboy go, hello. He's like, hey, Roscoe, I got something for you. Nigga, what the fuck do you want? I'm fucking sleep. And at this point, I'm like, I'm fucking dead. You goofy ass nigga, get the fuck out of my car. He was like, so like, yeah, this nigga over here trying to talk to oh shorty whatever. What do you think I should do with him? He's like, just threaten that nigga with a gun. And I'm like, I was like, this your boy?
This your man's?
This your man's?
Whose man's is this? With the man's?
And then the dude starts awkwardly laughing, like, like I'm already doing that. Like, tell him it's loaded.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's when you should have. Honestly, dog, if he hopped in your car like that, I would have fucking hopped in his fucking truck with old Shawty and just walked off, dog. Fuck the cars at this point. I don't even care anymore. Like, I'm wasting my time.
I felt like Tupac at that moment. That's why I fucked your bitch, you old pussy ass nigga. Like,
Damn. But no, like, no, it's. Dude, that's such a waste of time, bro. I literally would have just grabbed old Shawty, kicked nigga out my car, and just schmanged in front of him.
But like after that, I started like I think for like a solid 2 to 3 months, I started carrying like a pair of katanas under my seat.
Do you still have those?
Not under my car, not my katanas, no.
Where they at? Okay, don't tell me on live. We'll talk about this later. But I'm just curious, dog. Like, do you still have them? Is the question.
No, I don't have them anymore.
Damn, bro. What'd you do with them?
I sold them to a friend.
Damn, dog. I would have for sure bought them shits off of you.
Oh, they were nice.
No, I fucking bet, dude. My one of my cousins has like a set of katanas like on her wall, and then like I want to say like another like long sword of some sort. I think it's a cousin. Don't quote me.
Oh, all right. So he's finally been convicted. 9 counts. Free R.Kelly.
No.
Free my nigga R.Kelly.
No.
Free the Chocolate Factory.
I need someone to go back and remake all of R. Kelly songs, but actually inspire them from like adults and not kids in high school.
It's the remix to Ignition. Hiding fresh out the
Shut
kitchen.
your bitch ass up.
You cannot lie. That song is a fucking slap. R. Kelly made an album good enough to get him away from jail once.
No, dog. I was worried about my boy like Usher. You know what I'm saying? The same girl. No, dog. You don't know. You don't know yet. Usher, don't do it. Don't do it, Usher.
To be honest, like I saw a tweet where it was like R. Kelly finally got to prison and the prisoners pin him up against the wall. He was like, "Sing same girl, nigga. I'ma do the Usher part." It's not gonna be when he could possibly go to jail for the rest of his life. They were talking about at least 100 years of jail time.
And what, nigga's already in like his 50s, right? 40s, 50s?
40s. My nigga's gonna be dead.
He an old ass nigga, dog. If he survives for another 100 years, that's gonna be crazy. You know what will probably survive longer than him?
Who?
His songs about pedophilia.
Okay, but like, nah, R. Kelly's a piece of shit. He need to stay in jail. Cause trust and believe, if that was my daughter that you touched and abused so sexually, he gotta die.
No, he gotta die. You pissed on my daughter's face. That's a no-no.
No, I blame that on the girl. That girl was old enough to know to get the fuck out the way.
The fuck is wrong with you? No, dog. Like, it's not like she could have moved. Like, I mean, yeah, of course she can.
So
like,
you telling me a grown ass man pulls his dick out. He's like, "Come here, baby," and starts pissing on you, and you just sitting here, and you're taking the piss, and you don't get the fuck out of the way. That's her fault.
Okay, if it was like a mutual thing, then for sure. But if it was like forced because like, you know, like she was scared of him or in some sort of way, then like it's a no-no.
That was her thing, and she didn't show up to trial. That's why he didn't get convicted.
You know what? I don't want. I want to stop talking about this now. This is uncomfortable.
Free R. Kelly.
No, dog. Keep that nigga in jail.
Yeah, keep that nigga locked up. I'm kidding.
Bro, this reminds me of that Boondocks episode. You remember that Boondocks episode?
Yeah. Y'all want to help R. Kelly? Get some help for R. Kelly. And stop the goddamn dancing.
Sound like a firework every time I like squeal in my laugh, dog. This is just funny. This isn't my actual laugh though. This just like.
Alright. Yeah. That was fucking disgusting. That was fucking disgusting. Alright.
Er.
Can you be friends with your ex?
My mind is like computing. How much time do you have?
Oh shit, we over.
Okay.
Yeah, can you be friends with your ex?
My mind is like definitely computing this one for sure, dog. I definitely want to say no. Like you can definitely like yeah be friends with your ex, whatever. But we all know that if you're friends with your ex, you're probably still fucking around with them, or you're still talking to them in some sort of form or fashion. You probably still have more feelings for your ex than you do the person you're actually with. And so, like, my whole thought process behind it is that this person is your ex for a reason. I can understand if you don't have the will to, like, move on or you're still, like, really thinking about this person. And so, like, you guys make a mutual agreement, like, you know, if this happens, then, like, yeah, we can get back together. You know what I mean? But, like, otherwise, like, if you are on this whole mindset of, yeah, no, I'm ready to move on, but, like, will you still be my friend? No. Just fuck no. It's
Fuck no, baby.
it's a lot of red flags, man. Instantly, someone's gonna date you and be like, "Oh, that's your ex? Crazy." I instantly don't trust you because, like, why would you want to be friends with your ex? Like, y'all broke up for a reason. Why would you want to be friends with the person you could barely even be in a relationship with?
Mm. Mm.
You literally probably told the man to his face, "Oh, I can't stand you. You're fucking disgusting." And then
Well,
you want to
what?
be
What?
friends?
All right, I gotta play devil's advocate on this. What about the relationships that happen in good?
That happened to end good? Then for sure? Question mark. There might be some potential there. You know what I mean? But like,
You want to know poetic justice thoughts on it?
sure, hit me.
It ain't nothing. Cut that bitch off.
Yeah, but no, like I hate you so
I
much.
I
That's all
def
through my head now.
I definitely don't think you can be friends with your ex girlfriend. One is going to stunt your ability of growth for that relationship because obviously the whole point of y'all didn't work out romantically, and it's hard for you to make that switch from going being super lovey dovey, super romantical to this person, or probably even fucking, into just being like, oh, you can't say certain things around them, you can't act a certain way, or else they're gonna take it in a certain they're gonna take it as a certain connotation. Oh, he still has feelings for me, or she still has feelings for me. I don't think it's healthy for your growth or your future relationships for you to be still engaged with your ex. And even going as far as like you get into a new relationship and you're still friend with her, your current girlfriend is gonna be pressed, whether she says it or not. She's going to be pressed by the presence of your ex girlfriend.
Okay, yeah, no, I totally agree, and it's even more annoying because like I'm not gonna say this person's name, but I was like their friend for the longest time, dude. Like we used to date and everything back in like high school, and it was just absolutely nuts because we broke up mutually. We were friends for the longest time. We took our little break from each other, and we came back, and we've been strong friends for years. But I've also realized that the longer she's been in this relationship with their current girlfriend and everything, the more and more we don't talk. Like the further away it feels like. Like I even left like our friends like big group chat the other day, and no one's hitting me up and be like, "Hey, are you okay? Like what's going on?" I'm just like, "Okay, cool. All right, it's whatever." You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to hit me up anymore. Bet we'll leave it at that. You have a new person now, and even with me wanting to be your best friend, it's obviously not working out. Not until you say that this is why I've been this way. Not until you give me a reason why you've been acting this way.
Yeah, that's valid. But
Yeah,
I don't think it's healthy. That's just my main.
definitely not.
I don't think you could be friends with her. I don't think y'all could be acquaintances. Leave that bitch where she lie. Like, just let that shit fucking go, bro.
You have a level of dependency on somebody who doesn't depend on you anymore.
Facts. All right.
Damn, that was a bag right there. That kind of hurt my. I hurt myself with that lesson.
All right. So I'm tired of these fake women wanting real men. Bitches be having fake hair, fake nails, fake lips, fake asses, but over here screaming, I want a real man. Bitch, ain't shit real about you.
Okay, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. I definitely would love a girl that's just completely natural and enjoys natural beauty and isn't so like what do you call it, insecure about everything about them. However, I feel like there's a difference like between the girl that's confident in herself, wants to get that boob job, whatever, and she's just still confident in that. That's like her level of self care that she wants to do for herself. There's a difference between that and you just straight up being like, oh, I'm so insecure. I want to do this. I want to do that. I just don't feel good about my body. Let's just get this and that because, like,
I, I, I think I understand, like, okay.
like I understand it. Don't get me wrong, but it's
I
just
understand, like, makeup, because I think makeup is a skillful art.
Yeah.
And I appreciate a good bitch that does her makeup, but like you shouldn't be looking like a fucking clown.
Yeah,
I should not be able to see the two different skin tones, the skin colors from your natural skin and the makeup skin.
I should not be able to wipe the icing off this cake. Mess it up, sure, but I shouldn't be able to just take my finger, gently graze it, and I got icing on my thumb.
I understand makeup, but getting these ass injections, or getting surgery on your boobs, like that shit's gross. Like what's that? Mia Khalifa, is she the porn star that got the hockey puck on her titty and then her titties popped in the middle of the game?
I think so. That hurt me a little bit, just imagining that, but like,
Yeah, her titties popped. I would have died laughing. I would have been
probably
fucking
cried too.
deceased.
But no, I definitely feel like there's that thin line, that very thin line of just you being insecure and not wanting your body, and you actually just wanting to take care of your body, and you feel like this is something that will actually enhance the positivity that I give myself versus, oh, like, yeah, I got these to make myself feel better about life. No, fuck that. And then you want a real man, but he's probably doing real things, wanting a real woman. And as you see him as a man, he probably more than likely doesn't have plastic surgery. He more than likely isn't giving all this extra time into thinking, oh, why am I like this? Why am I like that? He's out here getting his bag and he's chasing after a girl that actually is natural to him, that comes natural to him.
I feel as though as a man we don't have the leniency to complain about that shit. If as a man, like for example, if you're fat and you're like, oh, I wish I was fucking skinny, or I wish I was like this, like nigga, shut the fuck up and just go to the gym and work on it. It's gonna take some time, it's gonna take some effort, but like if you don't do it now, you'll be delayed for the possibly the rest of your life.
And you know, that's something I fucking hate. That whole double standard of like the things that like we can't control as men and can't control as men. Same for girls, like things they can and can't control. Like height, for instance. Like none of that should fucking matter to you. Like, you know what I mean? Like we can't control this. Why is it we have to be taller?
Sometimes
But
there are some tall bitches out there.
Yeah, no, but no, I'm saying
Like
like
India, she's a tall bitch.
okay, yeah, that's fair. But no, my point being is like why is it like whenever it comes to certain standards, guys have to be taller but girls don't have to be taller?
Because like okay, my bad. It has to deal with balance.
Yeah.
As a woman, like I said earlier, women control today's modern day dating market. They might not like it because since they control, they own the monopoly of it. There are certain things that they can demand that we can't, and vice versa. For example, it's okay for a man to be in a relationship and tell his woman, "Hey, I don't want you to be a hoe.
Yeah.
I don't want a hoe as a girlfriend," or "Hey, I don't want to date a fat girl," and
Yeah.
like that's our right. But like the moment we say that, that's when the women come out.
They
Like
get so offended. But then y'all want us to be taller. Y'all want our penises to be a certain size. Y'all want this and that we can't control. Things that we are born with. Versus something that you can easily control, like weight.
so yeah, like yeah. If I tell you I don't want to date a fat girl, lose fucking weight. It's like, but like girls have a hard time. Modern day girls have a hard time of being told no, because Their only value is their beauty.
Shit. You just hurt everyone that watches this shit.
Am I wrong? What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table besides your looks? We're gonna talk about double standards real quick before we head out. If girls really wanted everything to be equal, the girls that go into the club for free would tell the bouncer that they should pay the same thing as the ugly girls, but they don't.
Damn.
They most women there because there's pretty bitches are a dime a dozen. Like there are like a plethora of pretty bitches in the world, and it's ain't nothing wrong with that. We I definitely find no offense towards that, but since that being the case, a lot of people have when a woman finally understands that her beauty is her weapon, she can use it for practically anything she wants. Like for example, another double standard. Why is it okay? Why is it socially acceptable for a 20-year-old girl to date an 80-year-old man, but not vice versa?
Dude, yo, that's so nuts,
What are you
dude.
bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table? So when men ask that, you know what the correct response? We want intangible things.
Yeah.
So like cooking and cleaning, anybody, a nigga can pay for that. A nigga can pay for sex, but it's the intangible things that we value. I want peace. I want a home in you. I want stability. I want comfort. Intangible things that can't be easily obtained.
Yeah.
So it's not cooking, it's not sex, it's not like that shit's stupid. At the end of the day, if I'm fucking 60 years old, that shit not gonna keep me in a it's not gonna keep me in a marriage.
But if you're young though and you have a lot of issues in your relationship,
Do more fucking.
do more fucking, bro.
Just do more.
Just do more, bro.
Okay. Guys, this episode has been sponsored by the Anchor app. Thank you so much, Anchor, for sponsoring our episode and our podcast. If you don't know about Anchor, it's a free podcasting service that allows you to stream from your phone and or computer. It offers tools that you can edit your podcast, like put in sounds, and also a whole bunch of other features. So go ahead, check out the Anchor app. It's free to use, and you can distribute your podcast as soon as today, guys. Go ahead, check out our socials. Your boy Seddie Love on his TikTok, Instagram.
Seddie Love.
Only Poetic Justice and Sauce God Carter from my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And go ahead, check out our group's Twitter, the Entangled Thots. You know, we get it on it popping, broski. Also, guys, go check out our Patreon. The Patreon is the only way we can keep doing this, guys. Y'all want premium content? We got behind the scenes. You can ask us live questions. You can even come to live shows on our podcast for just $1 a month.
Bullshittery. Some extra bullshittery, we should say.
Yeah, right now we're climbing up to about 20 different bonus podcasts so far. And they are. I think our bonus podcasts are our best podcasts. To be honest, the shit that we can't say,
Yeah.
and out loud in the public eye. But yeah, I feel good about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
31 episode 31.
This 31.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right. Let's get this bonus podcast bracking. I'm Poetic Justice, guys,
Seddie Love.
and we signing out this bitch.
Deuces, y'all.
Sheesh.
That was fucking heat. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.